Okay, friends, let's go on to our backs. So let you bring your knees into your chest and allow yourself to roll around a bit to feel your spine. So as we think about our core today, I want you to imagine that energy of your creative essence being in touch with that spine, that ability to be our framework, our alignment, and being able to feel mobile along the spine, but yet stable as well. So as we exhale, we're going to draw the knees into our chest. And as we inhale, we're going to stretch the legs out. So belly back, so if you need to have your legs more diagonal. Exhale, inhale, stretch. And if you want to eventually drop the legs and the arms, you can. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So again, lots of options. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Big breaths. Exhale, push that air out. Inhale, opening chest. 1 more. And then legs down, hands behind your head. Feeling that head cradle, lift your hips and stretch through the front of your thighs. You might wiggle your toes and wake up your feet. Breathing in, breathing out. Then we're going to let the hips drop. We're going to exhale, bring the knees in again, and then inhale, feet drop, hips lift. Exhale, pull it in. So these are longer breaths. Inhaling, drop through heels, lift through chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Head is cradled behind the head, so we're not pulling on the neck at all, just allowing ourselves to breathe and to feel soft through neck and shoulders. 1 more. And then inhale. And then just staying here for a moment, again, waking up your feet. Stretching through your chest. And then allowing the hips to come down. Again, you might bring those knees in a bit to massage the low back and to feel your spine. And as you're ready, rock and roll yourself up to all fours. And then allowing, again, those hands to turn up enough that you can feel the strength of the shoulders, the broadening of the scapula, pulling up with the core. And then allowing just that right arm to reach forward. So keeping equal weight if you can through those knees, allowing that reach out the right side of the body to get as long as it can. Couple more breaths. Just again, feeling that warmth. And then right arm down, take a moment, and then left arm goes forward. And again, notice if that right knee got really light, how to reach from your core into that right side. Stretch long. And then 1 more breath, and then hands down. And again, tabletop position for a moment, and then stretch the right leg back, and then stretch the left leg back. Now you're in high plank. And 5 breaths in plank pose. Really feeling the spine. So imagining the front body lifting up and back towards the back body. Strong through shoulders, strong through core, lifting through thighs, and then downward facing dog. Pedaling legs if you need to, bending knees. Really, again, we're trying to accentuate lengthening through the spine. Really, again, connecting to how the core can translate to that kind of that whole spine. And then as you're ready, slowly walking your feet towards your hands. And then in a forward fold position. So again, you could bend the knees generously, you could widen the feet generously. Allowing just some breaths to let the shoulders drop, the head be heavy. So see if you can create this kind of web around your mat, that this can be your own personal space. We're all maybe home with family or in closer quarters. And so allowing yourself to have a lot of space in your own mat to really connect to you. And then as you're ready, long spine, and we'll take the arms or the hands to our waist or out to a goalpost, broadening chest, broadening scapula, pulling the belly back, and then all the way up to standing. Then 3 times, reaching arms up, stretch, and then exhale, shoulders on the back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, really blow that air out. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Long spine, inhale. Exhale, tuck and curl into a little ball. So from here, we're gonna come onto a seat so you can kind of walk your hands back, or if you're fine, you just come into Navasana, come into the Navasana pose. And you're welcome to have the toes down and even the chest kind of to lift if you need some support. We're gonna exhale, inhale. So I'm gonna lift my legs up. You're welcome to keep the toes down. We've got 3 more on each side. Deciding if you want to breathe out through your mouth or out through the nose. 1 more on each side. And then Ardha Navasana. So for me, I have the low back kind of on the floor. The upper kind of back is not. My toes and fingers can be, my toes and nose can be eye level. And we're going to hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Draw the knees up and roll like a ball. So connecting to your core as you find a rounded spine this time. And then 1 more. And then you can cross your ankles and come to all fours pose. And from all fours, now we're gonna find all fours. We're gonna hover those knees for a moment. So trying to keep the pelvis in the same place and space. Step your right leg back, step your left leg back. Plank pose, downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Right leg's going to lift. Take a pause here to connect from your right belly, your right low belly out through the right ankle, and from your right upper belly through your right wrist. And then bring it into plank and bring your knee in. So not like knee to nose, but like knee, like thigh lift. And then right leg forward. Come to the tips of your fingers and find a long spine. So I'm lifting through left thigh and I'm feeling a nice long spine. My core is nice and connected. So here's where you might like a block. Otherwise, just lift the left leg just a little bit. Keep a generous right knee. Exhale, knee to nose. And then inhale, long spine. Exhale, inhale. I'm getting as wide in my right leg as I can, so I'm lifting up to my core. 1 more time. And then left leg meets the right. We come into that halfway lift. And then all the way up. And then 3 times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale. 1 more time. Then arms reach up. And then exhale, forward fold. Long spine. Again, I can go anywhere with the hands that I want. Exhale, fold. And then tuck and curl. And again, finding it, again, access to your core. Come on back to Ardha Navasana pose first, so lift the chest. Again, you can have your hands down by your hips to lift up. This time we're gonna roll onto the back nice and slow, and we're gonna change this up. So I'm gonna have the hands behind my back, behind my head, elbows slightly angled up. So as I go to the right, I'm gonna extend the left leg, exhale, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Really pump that energy through your body with your breath. Recycling energy, sparkling it up, as I like to kind of imagine. And then 1 more time each side. And now from here, Ardha Navasana. So again, you can have your fingers kind of come forward. You can also cradle your leg, your head. I keep saying the wrong thing today. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more breath. And then rocking and rolling. And then 1 more time. Crossing your ankles, all fours. So again, finding strength, finding core support. And then I'm going to hover those knees. We're going to start with the left leg. So try not to move the pelvis in space. Downward facing dog. Then taking a moment, breathing, feeling the spine stretch, left leg's gonna lift up, and I'm gonna connect low belly to ankle, upper belly to wrist. And then I'm gonna come to plank, and I'm gonna bring my knee up. So really feeling that belly tone without, again, the upper back rounding, and then bring it forward. Tips of the fingers are blocks under your hand. So it's really important that I don't collapse onto that thigh or feel just gravity, that I also feel a lift up away from gravity. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, long spine. Exhale. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Inhale. And then step and fold forward. Long spine. Take your time to set it up, almost like half of a plank. And then all the way up to stand. 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale, really clear some energy. Inhale. And then all the way up, stretch, hold, get a little longer, and then exhale, forward fold. Back up to that long spine. Fold on in, tuck and curl last time. All the way onto your back again. This time, both legs up. Hands behind your head. So this time we're gonna hold. So flex the toes back towards the pelvis, heels are lifting. As I drop the left leg, I'm gonna lift and hold for 3. So I'm really trying to get that right shoulder blade off the mat, reaching both of my heels, pulling the belly towards my spine, lightness in my neck. And then bring both legs up. Take a deep breath in. Just lift straight up as you lift through your heels, belly pulling down. And then lowering it down. Now we're going to drop the right leg, lift and hold towards the left. So again, my left shoulder blade wants to lift, so I'm angled a little bit more towards my leg than away. For 3. Breathing 2. Good, leg comes up. Deep breath in, lengthen through your tailbone, the belly pulls down, and I lift up. Breathing in, breathing out. Then we're going to lower down to handstand. So my arms reach overhead, I'm keeping my head down, my heels lift for 3, for 2, and then bring the knees in. Rock and roll. And all the way to all fours. And again, taking time to set it up. So I've got core support. Hover the knees. Right leg back. Left leg back. And then strong plank pose. Downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Now this time, bend the knees. Look forward. You're going to hop forward. Back into that squat. But this time we're going to lift the chest. We've got a high-heeled squat here. So I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm really going to find that lift through the core. And this time I'm going to twist to the right and hold. Breathing, feeling the lift of my left side body. And come into the center. We're going to twist to the left. So again, trying your best. Quiver zones is good. And then as for your get here, hands to the heart, lower those heels, arms extend forward, chair pose. And if you need to separate your feet here, take a deep breath. And then fly the arms back as you go to a halfway lift. The shoulders are proud. Then circle, sweep arms all the way up. Twist to the right. Inhale up. Twist to the left. Arms to the center. Just lower them down. Arms reach up and hold. Big stretch. Maybe I realign my neck if that feels better, but really get long through your spine. And then exhale, forward fold. Long spine again. I can use those arms. Maybe they go out to the side. Maybe they even go forward for 3, for 2. And as I'm ready, I might take my hand to my heart. If that's better, again, hand to waist. I want you to feel strong through your core. So again, that halfway lift. And just start to take the left toes back and then come into a warrior 3. So again, I'm hugging the right hip in towards my midline so I can ground through my right big toe line. That inner arch. And then if I want to have the arms forward, I can. If I want to have them back. And again, I'm feeling the core. Reach through my left big toe and out through maybe even just one of my arms. Take a deep breath. And as you're ready, land in a high lunge. Take a moment to bend your left knee so that you can get, again, more lift out of the low belly. And then maybe you extend through that leg. And then the arms are going to come up towards a V. So the thumbs point back. And I want you to get that heart line to reach out through your palms. So getting as long as I can. Breathing. Feeling that out. Taking up some space. Now as you're ready, we're going to pivot to the left so that we're in that, people call it, I think, 5-point star. But basically I want my legs out, I want my arms back in that V, and I'm gonna close my eyes and imagine myself taking up some space. Really imagining that proud stance, an ability to really feel my essence in a way that can allow me that bold courage that Aries brings in. That Leo, the lion, the sign that our moon's in, affords us this chance to, be seen. Deep breath in, and as you're ready, hands to the heart. Bend the knees if you need to translate the hips forward, and you can come into down dog here with your arms. We just have a wider stance. So I can go palms down, or I can kind of tent the palms. And then again, translate the weight so it's more in the center of your feet. Feeling the sides of the waist long, breathing in, breathing out. Then walking the hands back underneath, quarter turn to your right. This time we'll drop the left thigh. Right hand to right thigh, left arm reaching up. Like a big stretch out to my left side body. Again, that lift of the belly to the heart, out to the left arm. Breathing in, breathing out. One more breath, and then hands down. Both hands down, and then that right leg comes back, and we're in plank pose. Take a moment, all those things then come forward. If you'd like to place your knees down, you can. We'll go chaturanga, hold, lengthen all the way back. And then untuck toes, hands for cobra. So again, sometimes I like to just lift like a micro bit to pull the hands back to feel my body lengthen, and then continue lifting. Breath or two, take your time, and then all the way down. End up in down dog, however you'd like to get there. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Staying with that right side, we're gonna step the right leg forward, and then I'm gonna take a side lunge. So I like a right hand on a block or a stack of books. Keep the left hip point facing down and reach to the right. So it's a side body stretch. So my left armpit is kind of rolling in towards my midline, the pinky line rolling down, and I get long before I arc. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping that left inner thigh lifting. And then watch, we're gonna take a quarter turn to the back of the mat, and it's a side angle pose. So if you need to readjust your feet, feel free. Of course, I can grab ankle, any other pose, but I want you to push that right foot down and away. The right arm reaches, my belly's drawing back. Breathe in, breathe out. Belly is super strong here. And then you're gonna reverse your warrior. And I'm reaching my hands apart. This time, hands free, side angle. We'll do this 3 more times. Reverse your warrior. Reaching away from that front thigh, side angle. One more time. Side angle. And then one more time, reverse warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Right arm will be your base for side plank. So again, I can take the left foot half the distance for side plank if I'd like to. Otherwise, I've got a strong stacked stance in side plank. Knee could also come down. And hold for 3. Maybe arm over ear for 2. And then we're gonna go all the way back to downward facing dog. When you're ready. Look towards the top of your mat and come into that high-heeled squat again. So high-heeled squat. So the first time we translated the twist from an upright spine, if you would like to hip hinge a bit and press the heels towards the floor, you could hook and twist here. So just for a couple breaths, squeeze in our thighs, lift the heart away from the thighs. Come back to center, we'll twist away. So again, I could do the same twist I did, or elbow to thigh. Breathing. And then hands to the heart, heels come down, arms stretch out, we're in chair pose again. Hips dropping, I'm feeling the belly pull back. And then all the way up to standing, we'll twist on this one. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, to the center, and then arms up, and then fly the arms back. Good, and then again, we're finding again that long spine. Maybe the hands go out to the side, maybe they go forward. You're gonna pick whatever works for you. The left leg will be our base. And again, first we'll just take the right toes back, and then we're gonna lift it up. So maybe it's just the right arm that can reach forward. So again, I want you to feel, again, just like we were before, that translation of energy from the core to your arm, from the core to your foot. Keep breathing. And then as you're ready, we're gonna step it on back for a high lunge. And again, for a moment, really bend that right leg so that you can get, again, that kind of feeling of zipping up the core to your heart. Then from here, that reaching out from the heart line. So really feel it. If you can't, kind of maybe you take your arms kind of out to the side first, and then again, we'll kind of reach it up and back. So we can really feel that expansion through my palms. Breathing in, breathing out, pulling that sternum a little bit down so that we, again, feeling the translation of the core throughout the whole spine. Okay, now turn, and we're in that wide angle, 5-pointed star. Let your neck be long. And again, allowing yourself to feel taking up space. Taking up space. Being in our essence in a way that we're organically able to be seen, feeling comfortable in our bodies, comfortable in that fire energy. And then as you're ready, take another deep breath. And then we're going to turn to face the front. And we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. And this is where we're going to let that right hip come down and forward, right arm reaches up. Breathing in again, I'm just going to allow my hips to relax. And again, lifting up, lifting up. And as we're ready, hands come down. This time we'll go into our wide angle pose from the ground up. So as I'm ready, I'm going to come forward. And here's some options. So I could fly the arms out to the side. I could fly them forward. Or I could go back to the first side when we did the down dog. So you're going to pick whatever works for you. Something may be different. Again, belly lifting up. My scapula is widening. And then as you're ready, lowering down, coming all the way back. And then we're going to come to plank pose. Neck is long. As you're ready, we're going to lower to chaturanga, extra breath. If you can, maybe knees are down for that extra breath all the way down. Then again, coming up to a cobra, however that works. And then as you're ready, releasing. We'll meet in down dog, however you'd like to do that. And then as you're ready, the left leg steps forward, and this is that side body work. So again, I might need a block or something under my left hand. A fist works too. Right arm is going to reach first forward. That same pose we've been working on, that lengthening through the right side body. And then it's just this lateral stretch here. So that, again, the right armpit is dropping. My left hip's hugging back. And I'm trying to be as buoyant as I can on top of the thigh. One more breath. And then again, we're going to translate to the back of the mat, or our original front of the mat, for a side angle. So the right leg is your forward leg. 3 times reverse warrior. Remember, we're reaching arms apart. This is allowing us to hopefully feel that connection coming forward. And then a couple more times, taking your time. Breathing it up. And then one more time. And then as you're ready, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. And then it's going to be left arm side plank. So again, I could use my right leg half the distance, right like this. I'm going to turn to face you. Otherwise, however I want to do my side plank. And even staggering the legs can be a good way. And then again, lengthening the body, lengthening the body. As you're ready, plank pose to downward facing dog. Breathe, bubble the lips, anything you can do to dissipate some energy. As you're ready, hop or step to the top of your mat, and then come back into that squat for the very last time. So if you have a side crow practice that you want to do, bust it out if you're feeling it. Otherwise, last time twist. Remember, upright spine one way. Here is one way. We can even spread the arms to really get that heart through. Arm balance if you want it. We have 3 breaths. Make them really count. And again, really that on that exhale, trying to find that twist on the inhale, a little bit more space, right? And then we'll come back to the center, reset. And again, I'll try and find the twist that works for me today. And it could be hand at waist, right? I can try anything that feels good. And as you're ready, hands to the floor, straighten the legs and fold forward. Widen the feet if you need to, shake the head out. Sighing, shaking it out. And this time, bend the knees and roll your way up. Roll your way up. Yeah, good. Roll the shoulders back and down a few times and just stand tall. And let's just connect to the last, 20 so minutes of just kind of focusing on that core, connecting to the spine. Just kind of noticing shifts in energy. Kind of really pulling your energy down that center channel, into that center channel. And like what that is like for you. One more breath. Nice deep cleansing breath. Then we're going to stay on the right leg, and then we're going to grab onto the left leg, right? So I have a grab where my thumb is facing down. I'm grabbing the outer foot. So we're going to kind of massage our way into a dancer-like pose. So first, bend the right knee so that you're going to have a little bit more access to your right heel. We'll take the hand to the heart a bit just so we can feel that left thigh get heavy. And then we're going to kick it out a little bit and then come back in. And then kick it out a little bit and come back in. I want you to work this for a moment, and the hand comes away. Just like this kind of organic opening through time. Like I don't have to rush to get there. It's like this unfolding. And then when it feels good to kind of play with it in a way that when you feel ready, you'll straighten your leg, maybe your thigh reach back, maybe your heart lifts up. Just kind of allowing it to be whatever it needs to be today. So it may not be huge. And you might still play with the flow part. Breath in, breath out. And as you're ready, we're going to keep kind of that foot. We're going to come back to just the thigh stretch. So maybe I allow the heel to come a little closer, coming in for that thigh stretch. Breathing, maybe feeling my heartbeat. And then as we're ready, I'm just going to allow you to come into a standing split. So just however you can come down. It's a thigh stretch. So we're going to actually rotate the left leg a bit, heel to the bum, and maybe I'll grab big toe side as I lift the left thigh away from my hip. I can bend the knee if I need to. This is really about opening up to the frontal left hip. Then I'm breathing. Then I'm going to bring that shin to the floor, and I'm going to come down. So I'm on my foot and on the shin and the top of the foot. So we're going to play with this. If you want to use your hands, bring them forward. So we're going to lift back up to that pose. So I've got external rotation, and I'm going to put the thigh down and come up. Hands to the floor, and maybe I grab, and then maybe I don't. We'll do this 3 more times. And again, super slow style. There's nowhere to get. Maybe you do grab the foot. Maybe that's not very interesting for you. Maybe it's just the rolling across the foot. And maybe you're going to try this hands-free, because that's kind of fun. One more time, and we're going to hold whatever you've decided. Hands down, hands up. And then we're going to put it all the way down. We're going to take a little seat here. So I'm going to grab a block. If you want to put a pillow under your right hip. I'm going to face you though now. So I have the block on the high side, just for a moment. We're going to do a breath of fire, or a fire breath. And so I want you to kind of imagine anything heavy in your body. So you don't have to necessarily name anything or have anything specific that you know of, but just, you know, that kind of heavy energy or that worried, frenetic energy that's out there, fear, like anything that's darkening, heavy, that you can sense in your body or just in their environment, right? Even just feeling that energy of being inside for a while, right? So we're just going to take that and we're going to kind of move it out, right, through our breath. So it's quick, forceful exhales. And I say forceful, think about like this kind of forceful, but not a grippy, right? So we're going to do like it for like 30 seconds. So you'll go as slow as you need to go. And then we're going to exhale it out through our mouth and do the open mouth, tongue exhale, okay? So breathe in and begin. Breathe all the way out. Deep breath in. Lion's breath. One more breath in. Go again. All the way out. Breathe in big. Stick your tongue out. Nice. Okay, I'm going to take my block out. And this time I'm going to kind of walk the hands back a bit. I'm going to lift the hips and lengthen the tailbone to stretch the frontal left hip. So maybe I'll kind of lean on back. And I really want you to open up to that left side, that left frontal body where the frontal hip is, the pelvis, right? Really opening up. Couple breaths. And as you're ready, slowly setting the hips down. And so I'm going to turn back so you can face me. And we're going to step that left knee back. And we're going to keep stretching the left hip. So I might want to block for my hands. And I might reach on back. Same thing as dancer. So I have that grip. And I can go forward with it so I get more of a hip flexor. And I can walk back and get more of a straight stretch to more quad. So you can kind of decide what feels better for you. Maybe the arm comes up. Maybe it does not. And you maybe change it up. And again, it could be forward and back, right? I could walk my, I could walk my hips forward and back if I want. So just kind of playing with it. Massaging it with my breath. Breathing. Good, one more time. And then full expression for the last few breaths. There's a little bit of stillness that happens. So now as you're ready, we're going to take that block away and we're going to allow ourselves to come into plank. Nice big breath. And then coming forward, chaturanga, all the way to your belly. We're going to do a one-leg dancer. So you're walking to put forearm down. If that's too much, you can rest the forehead on the forearm. So reach your leg back. So we've done this quite a bit, same kind of thing. And as I'm ready, I'm going to pull the belly back enough so I feel that core support, and maybe I lift up. Maybe I float right leg, right arm, maybe not. For 3, for 2. And then come on down and stretch your arms out to the side. Goalpost or straight arms. Use your glute muscle to lift the leg and come back. And kind of feel a twist. Maybe you reach back and grab the leg again. You might be done with that. And it can just be a nice kind of like right shoulder stretch. Nice twist. And then come out of it. Downward facing dog is where it will meet. So take your time. Breathing in, breathing out. Staying with the right leg, step it forward. And then spin that left toes in. So we're going to come to that halfway lift again. And again, I like my left hip point to face forward. So for me, I have to kind of adjust that every time. Then we're going to hinge forward, walking the right hip back and firming it in. And maybe it's here, maybe it's here, maybe it's arms back. Doesn't really matter, but I'm lengthening. And I'm going to stay. If you want to round and come into it, you certainly can. But I really, for me, like to really feel that core, since I like my spine long, but I can also kind of curl it in, and I can also feel my core. It's just a different stretch, right? So it's whatever I'm feeling today. And then as you're ready, long spine, come all the way to standing, and then your left leg comes in. And then again, just feeling out the body. So take a moment to check in. Feeling it out. Hopefully you're starting to feel a little lighter, right? A little lighter. Kind of anything that's kind of feeling like it needs to move through. Okay. So as you inhale, we're going to stretch up. And on the exhale, hands to your heart. Left leg's going to be our base. So I'm going to face you again. So I'm going to reach on back, taking my time to grab that foot so that I've got that thigh stretch. Remember, this is that dancer that we massage. So there's no rush, right? I like to bend my standing leg. This kind of just gives me more access to strength of the legs, right? So that I'm not feeling like I'm trying to balance so hard. That may or may not work for you. And then again, I'm going to massage as I open, and I'm going to bring it back in, right? This kind of process I think we're in right now, this unfolding, this relearning, right, is a kind of give and take, right? It's the yin and the yang. It's all that kind of, we try something, and then we go, inhale, exhale, right? And then when you feel ready, maybe there's an expression that you hold, and maybe it's just that you're going to stay right here and keep massaging. Again, feeling that core energy, reach out and up, down and back. And then we're just going to come back into the thigh stretch. I'm going to turn back around. So I've got that thigh stretch, and I'm feeling that heaviness in my left thigh, feeling my heartbeat. Then as I'm ready, I'm going to come into a standing splits. And again, remember, I'm going to turn the right thigh out, and I'm going to roll the hip up, and I might or may not grab that big toe side of the foot. But I am going to lift the right thigh away from the floor as much as I can. Again, a bent left knee could be very helpful. And then slowly dropping your right shin to the floor. This is that weird balance move we did. Really finding your heel will turn on your glutes. So the arms come forward. Remember, you can try this hands free. And I'm going to lean forward, go back to that shape. Maybe I grab it, maybe I don't, come out of the shape. Hands to the heart. And we're going to do this a few times. So you get to kind of play with your speed and the rolling through the arch. Big breaths. Maybe at one point you practice it without hands, or maybe there's something new, yeah. And then as you're ready, we come all the way back down. And we're gonna stay. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna grab the block. And so I'm grabbing onto my thigh. And then from here, we're gonna do that again, that fire breath. So we're probably just gonna do one round this time. So close your eyes, sense your body. See if there's any place that feels heavy in your body that you wanna connect that energy and kind of, again, use that intention to clear it out. So maybe we're looking for heavy stuff, darkening energy, kind of energy that makes it feels like it kind of puts your fire out. When you found something, and you can do it again for the collective, you can do it for your house. When you're ready, breathe in and go. All the way out. Big breath in. Lion's breath. Nice. Take the block away if that doesn't work. Walk your hands back. And again, if it's not okay to be on top of your foot, tuck your toe or adjust. And again, I lengthen the tailbone, lift the hips, and I'm going to lean on back a bit. And I'm really going to try and open up that right frontal hip. And just however I want to stretch. And then as you're ready to come on down, come on down. There's no graceful way to do it. We're just going to walk the left foot forward. And we're going to come into, again, that same bind. We're getting really used to it. Hips back, maybe I grab onto the foot, and I might kind of stay upright. I might come forward. It really depends on what feels good to you. And again, you can massage both. You don't have to always choose like one way, right? I can go, this one feels interesting. This one does. Oh, maybe there's something in between, right? The new way, the old way. Breathing, and again, maybe my arm comes up, maybe it doesn't. As you're ready, deep breath in. And then go ahead and let it go. We're going to take our hands down, plank. Just take an extra pause in plank just to kind of realign the spine. And then on your exhale, all the way down. The left leg remains your stable straight leg. I might take my left forearm forward, or I can rest my forehead. Arm reaches back. And then again, I might kick into the leg. I might hover. But I've got 3 breaths to work it out. 2. And then let it go. And then again, I'm gonna go goalpost for me, but you might go straight arms. Using the right gluteal, I press up and away. And it's a thigh stretch, maybe a little bit of a twist. More passive this time. Breath in and out. And then as you're ready, slowly untwist. This time we're going to come back to child's pose. So I'm going to show you a kind of a side profile here. And again, if child's pose doesn't work, you're welcome to come onto your back. So you're going to walk your hands over towards your right. Now my right hand, I'm going to bring my right knee a little closer, and my right hand and my right knee get really close. And I'm going to push up and twist and get a little bit higher on my right waist, and then my head relaxes into my bicep. Might just feel slightly different. Breath in, breath out. And then as you're ready, slowly coming up, just neutralizing for a moment. And then we're going to go over to the left. So I'm going to show you this on the other side again. So I'm going to go forward and then slowly to the left. And again, if I want to make my knees a little closer, I can. Left hand by the left knee, I push up, turn and rotate my body, and then let my head fall into my bicep. Should give you some kind of good stuff in that kind of rear shoulder. Let your jaw relax. Breathe in and out. And then as you're ready, slowly coming into the center, and then all the way up. Breathing nice and deep. Take a moment to kind of work with the neck. So I'm going to sit cross-legged. You can sit on something if you'd like. So you're going to take your left palm, and it's going to go under your left sitting bone. Okay, so I'm going to allow my left sitting bone to get heavy. And then it's going to be right ear to right shoulder. And I hopefully get a nice little neck stretch. Now, if that's too much, I can kind of just bring it out like so. So again, I'm going to maybe take my hand with my left hand and kind of massage, and maybe put my hand there so I can feel my breath, right? I'm really trying to get heavy through that palm. And again, I can adjust the chin down and up. I want you to find some good stuff there. Really feeling if you can get your breath into your back body too. So maybe I adjust my hand a bit. Breathing in and out. So keep that, ear right where it is. Release your hand, and then this time bring the arm out to the side. And then that right hand comes down by your right hip. It's a little bit, again, different neck release. Again, broaden collarbones. I stretch from thumb to pinky line. And I like turning my head sometimes. That can feel awesome. Breathing in, breathing out. And then one big breath in. Open your mouth, slow, continuous exhale out. Right hand brings the head up nice and slow. And just taking a moment to feel the sides of your neck and kind of comparing and contrasting. And as you're ready, walk your hands forward if that feels okay. You can also have the hands back and just fold in. And then slowly we're going to come up. Then we're going to put the right hand under the right sitting bone. And then as I'm ready, I'm going to allow myself to tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, I like personally, you can always use your head for extra. I like really having my hand there to touch, because if this is like a really tight, kind of locked up area, like you have a really healing touch, right? So what we touch, we can pour our awareness, our attention. So it might be really nice to kind of just like remind your body, maybe you're massaging a bit, or it's just that gentle touch to remind you, oh yeah, breathe here too. And then again, maybe moving your jaw. Really allowing energy to relax. So then removing my hand, but I'm not going to change much what's going on. I might float the arm or walk it out. Then I go a little bit deeper. So I like having my hands hovering personally, but you don't have to. And it's a little bit more of a side bend. And then again, really stretching out from heel of the hand, right? From thumb to pinky line. And yeah, I kind of move my jaw, my mouth around, maybe I turn my head. And then using your hand, lift your head. And then again, compare and contrast, like what's going on there in the neck area. Switch the crossing of your legs. And when you feel ready, if it feels good to pour forward, pour forward. And really let that neck go. And then slowly coming up. Continue with the neck, more of the back of the neck. Block would be awesome. If you can't have a block, you can also kind of just do this with your hands manually. So I'm going to place the block so that it is as wide as it can. This would be as flat wide. This is going to be as high as it can wide. And as I tuck the chin, I'm going to place that kind of razor blade edge of the block right kind of where the hairline is. So if you don't have this, friends, interlace your hands at that point, and you're going to, again, lift. And you're just going to use your thumbs and your fingers to massage this area. But again, you're creating like a little hammock. So if you have this block, great. If you have a thick book, it might work. But again, just otherwise, you could palpate. You can also do it like this, like we had it. So I can also palpate in here and use gravity. The main thing is that you're not having to use like any type of muscle, right? If you have a block at home, you can be turning your head. So now we're getting kind of the back. So again, finding a way to kind of touch those little tender spots there. Breathing a lot. Breathing, breathing. Maybe you find a good spot to hold just a little bit longer. So I'm dynamically moving. You might have just found a good resting spot and you're just kind of putting your awareness there, sending breath. You can knock your knees together if you want to add that hip work in there. And then when you're ready, just for a moment, we're going to take the block away and allow ourselves to come down to a flat spine. So just kind of take a moment there to kind of feel that out. We're going to do pigeon on our back for a moment. So that right thigh externally rotates, and I just kind of bring my heel in, and I can straighten the left leg and bring it in close. I could kind of position it however works for me. I might, if I'm not getting too much here, I could do that little wrap. This for me though, I have to end up using my head and neck, which I just stretched, so it may not be good. You could go to a figure 4 if you prefer, but just kind of changing it up a bit and pull down as I externally rotate it. And I might just kind of play around with where my leg is in space, whipping it away and towards my body. Again, I'm liking these days like a lot of just dynamic movement, just kind of massaging. I feel like we're really, up or sedentary, so it's like that movement can be like nice to kind of keep letting your body move. And then release that leg down. We'll take one bridge pose in between. So I like arms out to the side to really spread my chest, and then lift up, just neutralizing. And then down. And as you're ready, I'm going to bring that left leg in, externally rotate it. I'm grabbing the frontal shin as I abduct, which means bring away from the midline, my left leg. Right leg can stay bent or straighten. Then for me, I'm just kind of playing with what position gives me some sensation in my outer hip. And if I don't get much, like there's lots of options, add-on options, but again, you know, and not always do we have to like reach for the most intense sensation, right? But just awareness that I can sense that part of my body and that I'm moving that joint, moving my body around joint actions. Couple more breaths. And then both feet flat, one more time, bridge. So lift on up. Okay, we're gonna open the frontal throat. So we're gonna do kind of a modification of fish pose, which normally bounces on the crown of the head. Not too terribly great for the cervical spine. So go ahead and come onto your forearms. So I've noticed I'm gonna have my elbow and my forearm in one line, and I'm gonna puff the chest. So I'm gonna really kind of press onto those elbow tips and allow the back of my, the front of my throat to open. So however you feel that to be safe, friends. And I'm really using the strength of my shoulders so that I can do this safely. And again, if this does not work for you, really listen up. And I want you just to breathe and just, again, imagining that opening in the frontal throat, the front of the neck. And just, maybe it's only a couple breaths if this doesn't feel great. And one more breath. So listen to how I come down. I'm going to let my hips slowly come down, which is going to bring my chin down slowly. And then I might readjust to come all the way down. So just taking a moment to let that integrate. So either staying on your back for a moment, in any way that feels good, hands on the body in any way. If a seated meditation feels good, you could grab a block. Sometimes I like that to feel, again, connected to my spine. So I might choose Virasana, knees in, ankles out, top of the feet. Maybe there's a block there. And let's just take 10 long, deep breaths, just really breathing in all around the heart, breathing out. If you're on your back, feeling the back body open. Long, slow, deep breaths. Revitalizing the body. Really sensing every part of you that can receive the breath. Softening your facial muscles, feeling how the abdominal muscles are supporting the breath. And as you continue breathing, I want you to really find your spine, letting your awareness rest on the spine. Feeling again that neck lengthening so that you have all four sides of the neck equally lengthened, front, back, sides. Feeling the core support around the spine so that the core is on the front of the body, it's on the back of the body, and the sides of the body. So can you feel that core wrapping around your spine and support? And then even though like right now in Portland it got super dark, I want you to take the last couple breaths to breathe in again in like that light from the sun, that warmth from the sun. Breathe it straight down into your heart. And on the exhale, dissipate that out to all of your cells and tissues in your body. That rejuvenative fire energy. Breathe in all the way from the sun to your heart. Out. And then one more time. And gather your hands to your heart wherever you are. Feel free to continue on your back for a longer Shavasana, but just allowing your awareness to rest at your heart as we started class. And we chanted Om Mani Padme Hum, wisdom's in the heart, right? Your essence is in your heart. Your essence is in the energy you bring to whatever it is you do, be it something for work, something for your family, something for the joy and delight of you, because you are really deserving of what makes you joyful too. So as we're all reinventing the way we show up in our work and our families and our lives, remember that your essence is in your heart, right? It's not in how you do anything, right? It informs how you do it, right? It isn't a process itself. So just remember that your essence, right, to capture that essence. Bring it to everything you do. May we all inspire each other to do that, to give each other space to do that, to applaud one another in our own creative essence. So thanks for joining today, friends. Love that you're here. Hope you have a great remaining afternoon, evening. Tomorrow at noon, I'll have that energy clearing kind of session where we're just going to do some visualization, breath work to kind of take out the fear and heaviness, to brighten and lighten up. And then Saturday morning yoga. Thanks for coming, you guys. Have a wonderful day.